Yo, what's good, man? This is East Sip Child Podcast with your one and only host, Glory Boy, back here with our next special guest in the building. What's up? Man, it's a pleasure having you here, bro.
Appreciate you, man. I'm finally happy to be here, man.
Most definitely. Shout out to Vicky, though, because Vicky hit me up on my email, and she mentioned you. I was like, man, you know what's crazy, though? No lie, but I've always wanted you on my podcast.
Appreciate you, King. Appreciate you.
I've always wanted you on my podcast. I just wanted the right time to come. And Vicky just hit me.
Yeah.
Like, yo. I said, dang, I got Street Soprano on my podcast.
Yeah, shout out to Vicky, man. Vicky, I nicknamed her the Vault. For me, she holds everything.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and she's really the Vault, bro.
Yeah.
She sent me everything. And also, like, how you feeling today, though? How's your day going?
Today is blessed. Because every day we wake up, the devil gonna attack us. You know what I'm saying? So every day that we able to still push through the end of the day is blessed. You know what I mean? So I feel good. I feel like I'm God's child. Today is amazing.
Most definitely, bro. But yeah, man, before we even start this, man, y'all go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. But yeah, I just want to start off with something.
Yeah.
I just want to start off with something for the people.
Okay.
And then we could just get straight into our conversation.
Okay, yeah, let's get it.
Yes, sir.
These guys aren't just like the Sopranos.
I like
These are the real Sopranos.
I did. Conversations these niggas running, go tell these bitches. And if we all on one accord, then all aboard. And any violence at any sort, I'm going in full force. I did. Conversations these niggas running, go tell these bitches. And if we all on one accord, then all aboard. And any violence at any sort, going in full force. If I ever was to die, just never put me on the tee. And I done seen so much shit that you would never believe. And the bitch told me he got me if I ever was in need. That only made me go harder. Shit, I ain't been getting no sleep. After she leaves the boutique, she ordered 10 flats like a slum. My 9 millies all black. I call her habit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Bro, you have a unique voice, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you.
You have a unique voice, and it just sounds different. But I just want to jump into this, like when did you first kind of like begin doing music? Like, talk to us about your childhood and your upbringing in the music and all that.
Yeah, I always say my first time recording, I was 8 years old, but I've been doing music before that. I came up in a music family. So like my uncles and them used to have a group back in the day. So us in the family, we used to always grow up listening to they few songs that they had. Looking at them and cherishing them. You feel what I'm saying? You want me here?
Oh, no.
No, okay.
Yeah, I'm just checking. Like, keep going, brother. My bad.
Nah. But, we used to look up to them as kids. And so I always like to say I started, recording at 8 years old. Right. But it's been in me since, since before then, man. Growing up 2, 3, 4 years old, my uncles and them rapping. We doing shows, talent shows in front of the family. Charging them all $1 to sit in the living room. I remember this, man. Yeah.
At a young age, a hustler at a young age.
Hustling, man.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. So, like, and also just growing up in a music family, like, was it an issue when you kind of, like, started focusing more on music and stuff like that? Because, growing up in a black family, they want us to become something, like, to go to school, to be some lawyer or engineer. Did you deal with that situation or no?
Not too much of it. I know, growing up, my mom always told me, make music, your second hobby. But my mom today, she's proud and she's happy with what I'm doing. Her main thing is just wanting to make sure I'm safe. And I let her know my head always on my shoulders the right way. So like we move as safely as God is going to allow us. You know what I mean? So, other than that, no, I got a couple family members who do rap too.
Right.
Who you know, once I start taking rap serious now, you know, they better than streets and they don't want to do music with me. And,
Right.
you know, but, you know, I love my family. You know, I love my cousins, you know, man.
Were you born in Buffalo?
Now, I'm born in Toledo, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was it growing out there? And because I know you're in Buffalo now.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Toledo, Ohio.
You know, I know it's the trenches and it's the slums, you know, but like I can't really talk too much because I left when I was 2. You know what I mean? I came here to Buffalo when I was about 2. Yeah, so Buffalo, all I know, I'm 32 today, so I know Buffalo 30 years. You know, I ain't been in Toledo really, you know, since I was 2. So I can't tell you too much about it. I know I was born in the projects out there. I think it's like the Weiler homes or something like that. I don't want to say it and be, you know, off,
Right.
but you know, I still keep my Ohio Buckeye roots. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
yeah, definitely.
But did your parents tell you the reason why I moved to Buffalo?
I know we had family up here,
Okay.
and my mom was just up and just going. You know, I think my dad had got locked up at that time because I was just speaking with him and he told me. But you know, and then my mom just, you know, probably needing the support of the family. You know what I'm saying? And Buffalo is where she landed. You know, to get that support. That's where all the family was. You know, yeah.
Yeah, you know, losing a father to the system. A lot of times it could affect you really bad as a young kid. You know, just growing up.
Yeah.
But look at you. You're focused. You're doing things that you love doing. But like
100%.
growing up, not having your father around you at a young age, how did that kind of like affect you as a child?
You know, it affected me, you know, growing up, knowing today. But my mom played so much of a good role. You know, my hats be off to her because like she played father and, you know, she played mom and dad. You know, she nice and straight. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how she did it, but she did it. You know what I mean? I didn't get all the fatherlism from her, you know what I mean? But like, my mom always said this to me, like, she taught me how to do everything. You know what I mean? She always said, like, you'll want a girl, you never gonna need a girl. You know what I'm saying? So far as like cooking, cleaning, working, everything I know how to do myself. Like, it's not one task that I don't know how to do, and that came from my mom. You know, the street life, you know, that came from men. You know what I mean? But, you know, growing up, my mom, she did a good job on that, man. You know, so.
Right.
But later on in life, you know, realizing not having a father played you know, a big role because I would have done things differently. You know what I'm saying? I would have felt like, you know, I had somebody to check in with, you know, not just check in with, but somebody that's watching over me, making sure that, like, it's like me with my son. You know what I'm saying? When he get 2 out of line, I'm on him. You know, and when he doing good, my hats is off. You know, but when I need to check in, I check in. And that's how I feel like Pops should have been with me, or my Pops would have been with me. You know
But was he doing that like what inside? Because you know they can still call you and tell you, hey, like,
yeah,
like keep your head up, like, or when you get in trouble, your mother will be like, I'm gonna call your father, and she will call him, you know, to discipline you over the phone, you know, and make you feel guilty for your wrongdoings, you know. But like, did something like that happen?
I mean, like for me, nah. Like, you know what I'm saying? For me, my dad, you know, my dad just wasn't mentioned a lot, you know, in good or bad, you know. So it's like my mom used to get on me with those tactics as far as what she gonna do. You heard? You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I think at that time, what my mom was able to do, you know what I'm saying, it scared me more than Pop. You heard?
She was also in prison.
Mom present. She catching you out the shower. She got it. Yeah, she popping up. You know what I mean? So at that time, I think, you know what I'm saying, yeah, I don't think I would have been, you know, scared of her saying, you know, or discipline me by like saying my pops. It was more her. I don't want to get caught by Mom Duke.
Right. And also, how was it in school though? Because, you know, a lot of times, you know, kids get bullied. because their father are not around or they don't have both parents.
Yeah.
Because not everybody is like lucky in life to to always have both parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, how was it in school? Like, how did people treat you, knowing you that your father was not around?
I don't think that was like too much of a thing when I was growing up, because at that time I had a step pops. My
Okay.
step pops was around, but I never liked the bullies when I was coming up. I never been bullied, and I always sticked up for the kids who used to be bullied. You know what I'm saying? Like, streets is one of those. Like, anybody that know me from my grammar school and all that, like, I don't do bullying today. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just always been one of my things, man. I don't like woman beaters. I don't like bullies. I don't like none of that.
Right.
I
I
don't
respect
do it.
that, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of kids that get so mentally
Yeah,
affected
yeah.
when it comes to just the bullies. Like,
And I think mentally is worse than physically.
yeah,
Yeah.
mentally is worse because
Yeah.
you deal with that every day.
Yeah.
Like, you think about it, you go to sleep, it's in your mind.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, man. Which is crazy, but that's good though. Like, you at least look out for those that
Yeah.
experience any types of bullying.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's now just jump straight into just your life as a high schooler,
Mm-hmm.
because that's the time where things go crazy. Like, that's the time, like, we're all wilding, trying to find ourselves. Growing up,
Yeah.
the days we reach our puberties and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But like, how was that for you? Like, growing up as a high schooler.
Growing up my high school days, I was out there. I went to Bennett High School.
Okay.
Around that time, I was.
You kind of got some Bennett colors.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Shout out to I'm Living B. But at that time, I was in the streets, man. I was running. I think I was just having my son at that time. I had my son when I was 15. Feel me? Yeah, my
15?
son. Yeah, I had my son when I was 15, man.
Okay.
But I've been in this life since I was 15.
Damn. So like,
Yeah.
so you guys are like so close.
Yeah, me and my son close. He be trying me.
Yeah, you're the father, so he will never get there.
Yeah, he'll never get there.
He's never gonna get
but
there.
he be trying me, man. He got an attitude like me, times 10. You know what I mean? But that's my little man. I love him. He know. But my high school days, it really went. It really went just me being in the streets, man. When I found out that my son was coming, and I was getting refused at Bennett from like smelling like weed and doing those things at that time. We had to go through the metal detectors and all that. I probably did a few months into my freshman year, and then high school wasn't even a thing no more. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I started putting clothes in a bin. You know what I mean? I started worrying about bibs and diapers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, science and math and social studies wasn't
a thing,
it
right?
wasn't a thing at that.
Did you live with the mother of your child or at that time? Or?
Yeah.
How old was she?
She was 16.
She was 16.
Yeah, so she a year older than me.
Okay.
Yeah, she a year older than me.
Damn, man, being a father at 15.
Yeah.
Did that kind of affect your child, like your childhood, like? Because there's a lot of things that you had in mind that you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Go out with friends, play sports, and so on. Like, did that really affect it in the worst way, if you could say?
No, I'm gonna say I think it affected in a good way.
Okay.
Because like growing up, I always used to watch my little cousins. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I always was good with kids. Like, I always loved kids. You know what I'm saying? So when I had my own, like before I had my own, I used to have my nephew with me all the time. Him coming up, him raising up. So when I had my son, it just set me back. Like, I mean? I never been busy like that. I used to go to strip clubs here and there, but I never really been just to hang out. You know what I mean? Club or just parties, block parties and stuff like that. You see Street Soprano at that. That's like rare. That's, what I mean? I never did that as a kid, but I think it really helped me. Having my son got me focused. It ain't helped me with school, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it got me focused on different things,
Right.
you know, to get ready for the world that was coming to be.
Hey, and you say you was in the streets, so that you had to just move carefully because you
Yeah.
did not want to have your son live a life that you lived.
Yeah, 100%,
You know,
100,000%. I don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
most definitely, bro.
yeah.
Most definitely. So let's jump straight to, you know, I wanted to know, where did the name Street Soprano came from?
Yeah,
You know, like, let's talk about that. Like, where did that name come from? Who gave you that name? You know.
yeah. So like when I was growing up, I used to when I was growing up just running the streets, I used to call myself Streets. You know what I'm saying? So I came up with the name Streets. Everybody know me as Streets. You know, is either if you went to grammar school, you know him as Cornelius. You know what I mean? You be seeing them, they see me on platform, that's Cornelius. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But after that point, it's Streets.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like 12, 13 is when I start going by Streets. You know, the Soprano came in once I met Benny. You know, once I met Benny, and not once I met Benny, but once I got stamped from being BSF from Benny, like, yo, this Streets, BSF, that's where Soprano came in at. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's the whole branding of it being Street Soprano. You know, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's a dope name, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
King.
like Street Soprano, that's a dope name to have, you know. Plus, it also kind of relates to music because, you know, there's different voices in music.
Yeah.
You know, there's tenor, soprano, and,
Yeah. Sinatra.
you know. I never heard of that one, but, like, I never heard of that one, but
Okay.
it sounds familiar.
It sounds like something.
It sounds like something. Well, yeah, bro. And then, so throughout your music, because I know, you know, it's very hard to get signed to any label in Buffalo.
Yeah.
But you were, you know, fortunate enough to be part of, you know,
Yeah.
the BSF.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. How did that come about?
The Streets, you know, at the time where like I was getting with Butch, I don't think nobody was out of Buffalo at that time. If Wes and Conway was getting busy behind the scenes, you know, no pause, no Diddy, no crazy. I mean, but if they was putting in work behind the scenes and getting it right, then I wouldn't know. But at that time, you know, it was just shaking and moving in the streets. You know, I met Benny in the streets on a street level. You know, looking up to him. Looking up to the, you know, his camp that he got around him, which is BSF, which is a you know, a family that he put together. You know, and then, like I say, just being around real dudes who getting money, way more money than me at the time, but, you know, still treating streets no different. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like home to me. You know, and since then, you know, I just hit Butch like, yo, what's up? I'm trying to be BSF. You know what I mean? And it's been, you know, Street Soprano since then. You know, ever since getting the year, getting the stamp, walking into the living room, 8, 12 BSF members. You know what I'm saying? Butch like, yo, this Street Soprano, well, not Street Soprano, but this Streets, he BSF, because I think I put on the Soprano after, but just the whole point, like, yeah, that's how I became BSF.
Yeah, that's, you know, closed mouths don't get fed, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and you had to make you have to make the first step.
Yeah.
And kind of say, you know what, put me on.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be part of this team.
Yeah. At this time, this 2016 though.
Oh yeah,
you know, this 2016. So BSF, you know, it's always been about music, but like when I became BSF, like when I told Butch I wanted to be BSF, it was about music, but it was more like on a street level, on a family. Like, Butch run wasn't then, you know, West Side run wasn't then. Like, I didn't become BSF on the strength of Butch putting me on. That's why it's taking so long as it take now. You know what I'm saying? Butch will tell you, like, I know you as streets. You know what I'm saying? You on the street level. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is a change. You know what I mean? But people don't know I've been doing music my whole life. But far as BSF and far as Butch, I never came on like put me on. So now, you know, if we go reach for it, it's new. You know what I mean? So I just stick it out in the mud, knowing that we got it, we BSF, and just make it happen.
Yeah, most definitely. That's how it should be, bro. And also, cause I know you have a unique sound. You know, you like what really got you, sticking to your sound. Cause nowadays it's like a lot of people wanna, switch waves. You know, a lot of people wanna be part of, the trap music or the, the mumble rap and stuff like that. But you kind of like have been doing your style for a very long time. So like, what really kept you, onto that style?
I'm gonna say, you know, not just Butch, not just Benny, but the whole Griselda movement. You know, West Side Gun, Conway, and the Butch. Those three really, because it's like they rap like Buffalo dudes. Like Buffalo dudes cannot like it, or Buffalo females or whatever, but they rap like we know how to rap. Like that's how Buffalo people rap their whole life. You know what I'm saying? We do songs. That song might not have a hook, unless we just following trends. Yeah, we had a time where we followed like sounding like you saying the trap, might sound like the South. But far as like a Buffalo dude, we just rap bars and just rap. So it's like when I seen that it actually worked, I knew that I did more as far as like actually putting songs together, but I knew to just stay and stick with my roots, what I know, and over time I'll get better. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm better than I was then today, but still sticking with what I know is gonna get me to, better in that, shape and form of music.
Right. So like, I want to ask you, what does time mean to you?
Man-made. Nah. Time is everything, man.
Right.
Time is priceless. I think of it as being time priceless. That's what people don't understand. If somebody give me 5 minutes, you giving me 10 minutes and 15 minutes on your platform is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? If I don't see the blessing, then God forgive me for what I not know. You know what I'm saying? But anybody taking out time of their day to give it to you. So it's like when I took out time of my day to try to curate things, I done did a project and an album. I done, get it mixed, master, get, covers and do this and do that, and then not be respected is in the same light as that. You know what I mean? And that's where we grow from. That's where we learn from.
Right. Most definitely, bro. And also, did you ever feel, because I know, when it comes to being part of the music industry, the reason why I asked that question about time is because sometimes things takes long. Like sometimes
Patience.
like, sometimes you're like, damn, when am I gonna make it? Because you're seeing other people making it.
Yeah.
Did you ever go through that process before?
No, not really. And I think reason why I never went through that process is just getting close with God. Because I always feel like, I never measure my success off of the success of people around me. And that's the difference in me too. Like my success isn't measured in my bosses or the CEO, Benny the Butcher's success. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on, a grind to bring success to the table. So it's like, I never really went through that because I just felt like reason why I'm not somewhere or I haven't got there yet is higher than me is God. And with me just staying active and with me staying committed and dedicated, we'll get there. You know what I'm saying? Because, you can only throw rocks at even a bulletproof glass, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can only shoot it so many times. You can only throw rocks at it so many times before it eventually is going to break. So, yeah, it's bulletproof, but it will break. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's how it is in any business. It can be a wall there, you know what I'm saying? But as we keep chipping at it it's going to break, it's going to shatter.
Yeah, most definitely. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
And so you have dropped a lot of albums, bro.
Yeah.
You have dropped about, let me see here, 6 albums.
Yeah.
So take us to the process of when you first, dropped your first project. how was the process and how did you feel in that moment? Because I know that's one of like the biggest accomplishments for a lot of artists.
Yeah. Um, we on number 8 right now too.
You're
You know what
number
I mean?
8.
Yeah, I just dropped last year. You know what I'm saying? You know, You Hear Me Too is my 8th project. You know what I'm saying? Um, but even taking it back to number 1, man, I remember, you know, when I first came home and I'm telling the bros I rap. You know what I'm saying? And a big bro city boy like, you know, just patience. You know what I'm saying? Learn patience, and you don't gotta rush on dropping. You know what I'm saying? Get it 50 songs, get 100 songs, and it just gave me the motivation to work hard, which I still listen to him. You know, I listen to everything City Boy ever told me. You know, but I listened, but I still was dropping at the same time. You know, and that's where Young Black King 1 came. You know, like where I first came on the scene at, which is my most prized project to me. You know, it mean a lot to me. Yeah, but you know, I'm on number 8 now. You know, and this year is just gonna get that much crazier. You know, I got the music already done. You know,
I see, bro. Like, it's crazy, man. Dropping albums is not an easy thing.
Yeah.
You know, and so when it came to picking songs, because I know you mentioned the Young Black King.
yeah,
You know, and I know that album has a deeper meaning.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
behind it, because you know it sounds like basically you kind of like speaking from a black king or young
Yeah.
black king's perspective,
Yeah.
showing people maybe the life you went through and so on. But like, how was it when it came to start picking music? I mean, songs that should be on that album.
yeah. You know, that get tricky. You know, and that get hard, and with that, I just feel like us as musicians, us as creatives, we just gotta trust ourselves and go with it. You know, it's a few songs still that I listen to today that comes from the batch of Young Black King that didn't make it, but it's not that it's great songs. It just didn't make it. You know, and you know, I just feel like at the end of the day, you know, the body of work that's put out, as long as it's amazing to us as the artists, amazing, you know, because we ain't gonna be able to please every listener, but amazing to us when we listen to it. You know, I dropped that in 2020, you know, 2021, like 2020, so it's 2025. When I go listen to it still, I love it still. You know, so that's what matters to me. But just picking the right records is definitely it's a point of it gets tricky, man. Curation. You know, if you put the songs on the album the wrong way, they just won't hit.
Yeah, that's, man, picking songs.
It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah. Like, I can tell, bro, because man, if I was the one also making music, because you know, I'll be like, man, this one sounds good. This one sounds good. Oh my God, this one sounds even better.
Yeah.
Okay, you know. But did you have like a team of people that actually helped you also?
Yeah, you know, I got my team. You know, really on the curation of the music is me.
Okay.
You know, my hats be off to Benny too. You know, because bro just give me like tips on like, I mean, bro give me small tips. You get what I'm saying on a curation part. Definitely one of the biggest tips was the production. Like when I first came home and then got locked up on my violation, I hit him. Yo, what you think about the project? Like, yo, that joint fire. I just wish the production was a little bit better and everything like that. Woo, woo, woo. But not the beats, but like the, you know, the overall mixing and engineering of it. So that, you know, getting that from the Butch definitely took me to another level on a curation. But most of the time, it be me, but it's still a team effort though, you know, because I'm going to go off the group. I'm going to go off the room. You know what I'm saying? If I'm playing a record right now and you don't nod your head and nobody else nod their head, you know what I mean?
It should tell you something.
It should tell me something.
Right.
You know what I mean? I should stop nodding my head.
Yeah, it should tell you something. Just attitude. And number 2. And then have a reason to say, you know what? Yeah. But yeah, and also, what's your process, bro? What's your process of writing a song? Because I know some people jump in the studio and it's like off the, you know, off the dome, you know, like they know what to say and Like, how do you sit down, or how do you jump in the studio and produce your music?
See, me, I've been doing music for so long, you know, like, bro, like literally I've been doing music for over 25 plus years. So like I've been through each stage of music. I've been through the Jay-Z stage to where like you only write in your head and you just get to the studio and do it. I've been to the stage of, writing it on paper. I've been in the stage of writing it in the phone. But my best method now really is I really like to go back old school. So most of my stuff I'll be putting in the phone, but I like to get it on paper. You know what I mean? I like to put it on paper because like I want to make sense with what I'm saying. Even some of our best rappers and some of our best lyricists that we looked up to that just feel like they was that and just feel like they had it off the dome like that, you can go listen to a couple of their songs and it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because they not checking back and they not fact checking, just feeling like whatever they say is that. And when my music go down and I'm leaving that legacy for mine, I want to make sure everything that street saying is making sense.
It's making sense, right?
Yeah.
It has a meaning behind it.
There's a meaning behind it, like Young Black King, you know.
Yeah, man. Because that's one thing that we have lost. Like you made a great point when you said the artists that used to just jump in the studio and rap off the dome is like, and you look back to the music and be like, you know what, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm always a person that kind of like to look at the lyrics and really see and kind of I try to understand what the person is trying to say.
Yeah.
And I've came across some music where I'm like, dang, what the hell this dude was saying, bro?
It don't make sense. And it don't make sense. And for me, even with this year with the music, this music that I'm getting ready to drop is amazing. By the way, I got 3 projects I'm dropping this year.
Let's
so
talk
that
about
8
it.
is going to come to 11.
Let's
Let's
talk about the new music.
Yeah, the new music is crazy.
It's crazy.
The new music is crazy.
Say that one more time, bro.
The new music is crazy.
One more time.
The new music is crazy.
Yes, sir.
You hear me?
Yes,
we
sir.
just getting started, by the way, man. 2020, 25, man. But from 8 we going to 11 this year, and it's no music that's just give to the people. This is all quality music. I promise you that. I took my time with this music, of course. There is nobody better. That's only because God writing for me. What I'm saying? So it's like you ain't beating me. You competing with the wrong one. You know what I mean? I got the pen of God. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what we doing this year, man. The next project I'm dropping is Birth of a Dynasty. That's me and my guy. That's me and my big homie. That's me and Heck. I got Success or Death. That's my flip right there on
those are awesome, powerful titles, bro.
And then Young Black King 2. Young Black King 2 is what we gonna end the year off.
So you going back from the past, bringing in.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and we about to go crazy,
Yes, sir.
We about to go crazy, man. 90% of each one is done.
You've been locked in.
Yeah, I've been locked in.
You've been locked in. 90%. So you're gonna be dropping 3 albums.
Yeah.
This year alone.
Yeah, this year alone, man. I'm ready to go.
how does that work though when it comes to being signed to a label? Like how does that work?
See, my hats be off to Benny. My hats be off to the staff. With Next Records, Jake, John.
Right.
And really it's just being ready. So with me, because I'm coming so prepared, I'm gonna have all my 3 dates in one. You know what I mean? Because I'm handing all 3 projects in at one. Bow. You know what I'm saying? let me get my 3 days now because everything's submitted.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really just about being submitted and being ready. They gonna recommend what they gonna recommend far as if, the bros is dropping or if it's enough time out. You know what I mean? But other than that, the rain be open, it be free. In Street Soprano this year dropping like I ain't never dropped before. It's like I'm dropping this year like it's my first year. You know what I mean? I can't wait. You know what I mean? I'm ready to drop right now. You
Right.
know what I mean?
That's the mindset, bro. How do
Yeah.
you handle criticism as an artist? Because a lot of people give up on their dreams because
Yeah.
they can't handle criticism. Like people come to them and tell them how they feel about the music, or they're just overall, aura as an artist, and they feel some type of way. But like, how do you
Me,
handle that?
I was just about to say, like, I love constructive criticism, but then that's not what we even talking about. We talking about criticism. Criticism can be not constructive. You know what I mean? But
Right.
how I deal with it is I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm making music for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I used to care, that's when I used to try to sound like the South, when I used to try to sound like Toronto, try to sound like Drake. We're going to do a song and try to sound like them. Once I stopped caring about that, that's where you get how I stay with my sound, because I'm not making it for anybody. If the criticism, he don't like it, if she don't like it, then I understand that it ain't meant for them. And I can't be mad at them because they don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might like some music that I don't like. I don't like a lot of people's music. They shouldn't be mad at me for that. Just get better. And that's how I feel. Maybe I need to make a better song to get that person or to get that person. You know what I mean? That's how I take it. I don't even care about the spectators or the criticism.
Yeah, bro, and you're taking it the right way, man. Because there's always gonna be people that are gonna talk.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be people that are gonna dislike your work, or they're gonna like your work, depending on who you come across.
Yeah.
That's just life.
And when you coming under somebody like Goats, you know what I mean, Butch,
Right.
and then Conway, and then West, the skies be the limit already. They be expecting you to be the best in the world, But Street Soprano, I'm just wanting to be me. I'm just wanting to be Street Soprano.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's it, bro. And
That's
you're doing
it.
the right thing. You're doing the right thing. You're living up. You putting a legacy onto your name, and that's how things should be. But yeah, I like to end with my guests.
Mhm.
All my guests, I like for them to just give a little words of motivation to the
Yeah.
youth. So what would you say to them? Because I know you've been doing music for a very long time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that give up throughout the process. There's a lot of people that tend to, continue going, but and then just doing it and not liking the process of it.
Yeah.
But like you as an artist that have been doing it for years, what message would you give the young kids, in order for them to stay, consistent and never lose, whatever love they have for whichever thing they want to chase in life?
Yeah, I love these parts, man. I love these parts because this is what I'm living for. You know what I'm saying? Like, knowledge is power. You know what I'm saying? So I try to make sure anytime that I'm asked to give that advice or give that to the youth, I try to make sure it's not one that they listen to where it's like me feeling, you know what I mean? Like he just big. No, I try to make sure it's one that really help them. So I always like when I'm asked this question. And where I'm going to take it at is going to be something real and serious that's going to help. I'm going to say, I'm looking to the camera. I'm going to say, us as artists, when we doing this for so long, I used to get 10 views. I used to get 100 views. I used to get 1,000 views. Then I used to think that the way and the route of doing it was just putting a whole bunch of money behind you. So then I used to get 10,000 views, 30,000 views. Once I realized that that's not what it's about and we backtrack, that's where you'll see where your real supporters are at, where your real fan base is at, where your real friends is at. Just pull away and just let it do what it do. Don't be mad at Cuzzo because he don't listen to you. Don't be mad at Sis because she don't tell her friends about your music. Don't be mad at anybody for what your music doesn't make them feel like they need to do. Just continue to do what you doing, and off of how much you do it, it'll make them do it. And then they'll grow more in love with you because of the person. That's when it matters. That's what sell tickets. That's what sell merch. That's what sell anything, is people being in love with you. They don't, it's not even the music. The music just make you popular. People loving you as a person is why they'll stand in the rain. People loving you as a person is why they gonna watch this interview to the end. People loving you as a person is that. So that's all it is, man. Keep grinding to that point. Keep grinding to that till you reach that stage, and that's all that matters. You know what I mean? And stop looking in the wrong places, man. You know?
Sir, thank you, brother. I appreciate you for being here, man.
Yeah, appreciate you.
You know, it was a pleasure sitting down, you know, having a conversation. Like I told you, my platform, man, it's all about authenticity, and you know, we're just sitting down and having conversation. Like, just imagine us out of Team Hortons.
Fire.
But yeah, appreciate you once again. And yeah, just tell the people your handles, you know, so that way they can follow you. And I don't know if you want to say the date you're dropping your album.
Yeah,
or
we don't got no date.
No date yet. Okay.
But it's coming real soon. You know what it is. I mean, it's Mr. Will I Write. You know what I mean? It's Street Soprano in here, man. Mr. Will I Write, Black Soprano Family Records, Trust Nobody Music Group. You know, of course, like I told my guy here, man, we got some crazy music on the way. Of course, we got 8 albums already out. So you can go on a road trip and listen to Street Soprano, the whole road trip right now, there and back. I've done it. You know what I'm saying? I've done it. But of course, this year we dropping crazy music. Shout outs to my team, man, West OG, Heckler. You know, we got Birth of a Dynasty coming. That's me and Heck. Success of Death, I told you. Young Black King 2. And everything in between, you know, sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit.
Yes,
man.
sir. Thank you once again, bro. Man, before we even finish, man, y'all go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Go ahead and follow Street Soprano on
Street
Instagram.
Soprano on everything, man. Street Soprano on Instagram. Street Soprano on Google. Just push Street Soprano on Google. It's going to give you all the official, you know what I mean, all the official sites. It might be some fake pages out there. Google going to give you the real ones.
Going to give you the real ones, man. All right, man. Appreciate y'all, and we outside. Let's go.